What is up guys, Darkruler here aka Blackheart909, and today I'm going to be checking out the LSFG mod on Ready or Not. So I've played a lot of Ready or Not on VR, and that's probably why all of these achievements are popping, because I played it on VR, probably unlocked some achievements. They're just going non-stop. Anyway, we're going to be checking out the LSFG mod. I've heard that this game runs pretty well on the Steam Deck natively. I've made some adjustments to the settings, and I know that because of CPU limitations, this game struggles to run at a fixed 90 FPS, which is unfortunate, but it's also really fixable with the LSFG mod. Now, I've tested it already a little bit, and these are the settings I'm currently using. So texture quality is on medium, shadows on low, post-processing is on medium, anti-aliasing is on high, VFX quality high, ambient occlusion is medium, reflection distance and view distance is on high. We're using FSR 3 on balanced, and we're also using, what else? We're using balance lighting, so the game actually does look pretty good. We can even turn this down a little bit. I don't think we'd need to though. So I'm gonna go ahead and click continue, load into a game, and see what the performance is like. Okay, so in the lobby area, we're getting about 90 FPS. Now this is one of the less demanding scenes, and it definitely does drop as you move around, but 90 FPS is really good. And I think this game isn't really restricted by the GPU performance, but more so by the CPU. So we're gonna go ahead and select a mission. Press A. Okay, and let's do the spider. This is just a mission I've gotten up to, and it's a really action-packed mission actually. Surprisingly, we're running at a really high FPS, so yeah, pick the spider and ready up. There we go. Okay, and we're back. So now I've loaded into a mission, and you can see we have 60 FPS here, which is really good. But like I said, this game isn't really that demanding on the GPU, but the CPU performance does affect the game severely. So you do have frame rate drops with when you get into buildings, and when you're doing actions or asking your teammates to do certain tasks. So from here, we're gonna go inside and breach, take a look at how the performance is. As you can see, there's already some drops to 57, and I've seen it drop to as low as 30. Well, he was trying to surrender, but look, yeah, that's like 47 FPS. FPS, so that's what we're trying to get rid of. 38 over here. Now, latency wise, I do expect it to fluctuate a lot more once we do turn on LSFG. We're getting 47 in here. However, in terms of image clarity, or motion smoothing, I got a lot of flack on Reddit for saying motion clarity, but in terms of motion smoothing, it should be much smoother than when we have these dips, and our perceived FPS should be much higher, I expect. So we're gonna go for 2x frame gen. I also feel like FrameGen doesn't really add that much latency. At least LSFG doesn't really add too much latency. Oh, he wasn't putting his gun down. Anyway, this game is so intense, I can almost never focus on making a video and playing the game at the same time. But yeah, 53 during that gunfight. Taking no prisoners today. Okay, let's go ahead and try LSFG 2x FrameGen here. So 2x, 85% flow scale, performance mode. Do we need, it doesn't look like we need it, but we probably don't need the HDR mode here. Okay, I'll be back with the same level again. And we're back. Now, LSFG is in full gear. We're at 116 FPS. We could lock this to somewhere around 90 by restricting the in-game FPS, but I just want to show you the full performance of this, and I also want the least latency. In terms of latency, it feels super responsive right now. It feels like a 60 FPS game. Like, you can you can listen to that every time I press A. It's almost immediate. Okay, so let's just go through that section again. It's obviously super variable, so things might change, but we're just looking for any dips below 60. Hopefully we don't have any.
Provide cover. Cover the area. Down on the ground. Move. Drop your weapon. Drop the weapon now. Drop the weapon and put your hands up down on the floor. Hands up.
Come on.
Down on the ground. Put the weapon down. Get down now. Police, get down. Pull him. Drop the weapon and get police. Hands up now. Drop the weapon and get down. Provide support on me. Move in and clear it.
Okay. Yeah, we're at 95. Which means if we were playing this regularly, we'd be dropping to around 45 over there. Probably high 50s. Okay, that door's locked.
Get down and keep your hands up. Get the door. Clear it. Get down.
So yeah, it really does a good job of taking away those frame rate dips. In terms of latency, right now we're at a 40 ms scene, and I don't really feel like it's too bad at all, honestly. I can't notice any severe changes, because in my mind, I'm looking at it as an 80 FPS experience. Can't have him do that. Okay. Yeah, no FPS dips. Latency dips, they're probably happening, but they're going by pretty much unnoticed for me. I'm not used to playing this game on controller. I'm super used to playing it in VR though. Anyway, who is this? Where did she come from? I wouldn't go with much higher or lower settings than this, but this looks phenomenal, to be honest. Oh, we were supposed to apprehend him.
Suspect is deceased. Requesting trailers. Proceed with mission.
Wasn't that the mission? Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This game is super intense, so my commentary's been a little bit lacking here, but I hope you've gotten a good idea of the performance. And It does a good job at getting rid of those frame rate dips and making them less perceptible. Overall, I'd say it's a win for LSFG again. Next up, we'll be testing Black Myth Wukong, so stay tuned for that.